So guys, it's late right now, but we're about to get this video in, a late night video, and we're gonna explain this step by step. Wanting a relationship, being single, maybe even enjoying being single, but also wanting a relationship. This is what you need to know in this situation. Being single is great. Being in a relationship, if it's the right one, it's great. But here's the thing. There's going to be ups and downs in both. Nothing is perfect. Nothing in this world is ever going to be perfect. There's a sacrifice when it comes to just about everything. Even that perfect relationship you envision or think that's out there, it'll never be what you hype it up to be. Not saying it's bad, but it's never what you think. It's different. Being single for a long extended period of time, you might go a time in your life where you're really enjoying being single. But there's going to come a time where you start to kind of get repulsed by it. It's like you just want your partner already. You just want to get something going with somebody already. And when this happens, there's a good chance it could come. But you guys just have to understand, regardless of your guys' circumstances of whatever you're in right now, you are blessed. You can't forget this. There's nothing you're missing out on, regardless of the situation you're in. This is what I would go back and tell my younger self. My very much so younger self. And why do I say this? Because whenever I was in my earlier 20s, I went through about 3 different relationships. 2 of them one of them was a long-term date. And things don't work out, and it's like, what's going on? What's happening? You start to think like you don't want to miss out on the better women your age and whatnot, but you have to understand that as a man, you have time. If you're a woman, you don't have as much time. It's just the way we're built. But you really have to understand that as a man, you have time. You have time to build your life, to enjoy your life. Enjoy the life you build is what I should say. And every day is a blessing, regardless of what situation you're in. You're not missing out on anything. Like I said, it's great being single. It's great being in a relationship as well, if it's the right one. Because if it's not the right one, it's going to be hell on earth. If it's not the right relationship, you're not going to enjoy anything about it. Like, it's so difficult today for most people to get the ideal situation, what they want to happen for themselves. And it's very difficult. And this is why you guys have to understand that being single is still a blessing. It is, bro. You can't view it as like this anxiety-filled, I need my partner. Like, you need to get better yourself. And it's not that you're not good enough for somebody. You definitely are, most likely. But God has given you more time to improve in yourself, to improve in your life, to love yourself more. This is very important. And it's going to take 2 individuals to come together who genuinely love themselves and can give so much to each other in ways where it's better to have them than not. And that's a rare thing. So if you have something going on where it's like you're receiving things that make your life better in a way where it's literally better than being single, this is what you guys have to understand. Like, Is it robbing from your life, or is it adding value to your life in a way where it's like, damn, like, this is better than being single in this situation. This is better than being single. That's what these are the conversations you have to have with yourself, even with your partner. Because if it gets to that point, you have to talk to them to let them know what has to be better, what can be fixed, so on and so forth. And if it can be, great. If it can't be, you just might have to go your separate ways. Things happen. Like I said, it's so difficult for things to happen today, bro, when it comes to relationships. Everyone is stuck in their way. Everybody wants to do things their way. And if you're that conceited on yourself, even as a man, if you can't, like, you're going to have to give up a little bit of something to make something happen with somebody else. You can't be so stuck up your own alleyway because it's going to cause problems. You have to focus on yourself for the most part. But there's going to be things you have to give that you were not giving beforehand. And nothing is perfect. It's the exact same thing for a woman to a man. You're going to have to give certain things up that you never used to have to before the relationship you got into. It's just the way this goes. It's how a relationship works. But with that being said, they still add value to your life. You add value to theirs in ways that maybe without them it wouldn't be happening. That's what makes it great. So, but with that being said, being single is also better than being in a situation like that, because that will be hell on earth. You don't want to live hell on earth. And you will know if you're living in a hell on earth, or if you have something that's actually really good. It adds value to your life. It makes you feel better. And there's just so much that can come out of this. You guys are together. You guys both feel the same way. You don't want nobody else. You're just so fixated on each other. That's the only way things are going to work in today's society. I mean, a lot of people today are very sneaky. They like to do sneaky stuff. There might be girls out there pretending to like you and whatnot, and they're not only doing that to you, they're doing that to others as well. You want to be sure you're very much so out there with somebody, and you can't leave any stones unturned today, bro. None. You fully have to know what you're doing. You have to fully know what you got yourself involved with. Vice versa, of course. It goes for both. But I just don't like how some people might think their situation ain't good. If you're single right now, you don't think your situation's good. You might see other things. It might look really good, but nothing is as good as it looks. You guys have to remember this. Regardless of who you see, regardless of what's going on, you are blessed. And you have to remember this. Regardless of the position you're in, you are blessed. You just have to work through those positions that you're in. That's where the blessings are at, is when you can work through those things. If you don't work through those things, there is no blessings. You probably will be miserable. Nothing will probably change until you change. You have to fight through everything, tooth and nail. And when you do this and you make a conscious choice to do this, this is when God will make a big change in your life. And it's going to be a good change. So you just have to really commit yourself to life. And if you're single, you still shouldn't, like, you can want a relationship, but how do I want to say this? You don't want to live your whole life just like so desperate for that to happen. You want to live your life for yourself, enjoy the life you're living, enjoy your own time, enjoy how you spend your time, and all of a sudden, as you're living your best life, something could appear at any given time. They like you for you because that's how you were living beforehand. You're not living to impress or attract anybody. You're literally living for yourself. And oh my God, like they like you. It's just like this. So, but if you had different energy where you're like needy and you're trying to get somebody, you're trying to get someone's attention, you're trying to say all the right things to try to attract that person, you're not going to come off nearly as attractive as you could be as a man in the eyes of a woman. Vice versa. Needy people are not cute. They're not attractive. It's not attractive. You guys already know this, but I just really want you guys to remember, man, don't ever look at yourself and think you're in a bad position because you might not be where you want to be. You might not have a relationship right now. Things might not be going your way. Like, bro, that your life is supposed to be that at this second, at this time, at this second, the way things are going, it's supposed to be that way. Things for me personally have changed so much over the years, bro. You're in hell, bro. You're in absolute hell and in high waters. Things are going well. Things are going great. Things are going a little bit bad. Things are going great. Like, bro, this is life. Some people cope with this stuff better than others. Some people they understand that this is life. They're mature about it. They live fast. They live their best life because that's the only way to live it. Work hard, play hard, be the best you can be. And this is with or without anybody. And it's funny because when you become the best you can be at a young age, you notice that there's a payoff. And it usually comes quicker than most. You will have things most can't have. You'll be doing things that most people cannot do, and it's because of how you simply committed yourself and your life to certain things. The biggest form of disrespect to yourself is actually being needy or desperate towards somebody, trying to force things, trying to beg someone to please stay, oh my God, or whatever you might be doing. You cannot let this happen. You have to have more self-respect for yourself during these situations. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world today, guys. There's a lot of crazy people. People will manipulate you and spend a lot of time doing it just to try to get you to chase, just to try to get you to do those things. And it's absurd. Most women you guys talk to today are going to try to manipulate you. Most women are, because in their minds, they think most men's just trying to bang. Most men's just trying to get with them. Most men's just trying to do this. Most men is trying to do that. When there are men who do that, but there's plenty of great guys out there in the world. So instead of living a paranoid life, which is never going to help you at all, try to scope out every interaction you're having. Try to scope out exactly what's going on in different situations with different people. Get to know somebody, see what's going on. Take your time. It pays off, but nothing's ever going to pay off if you take a different route. It will not pay off if you rush into things. It will not pay off if you end up with somebody that is not what it's supposed to be. But if you take your time, it will pay off because you're going to see certain things and it's like, okay, we belong together. And that's great. And you can build off of that, and hopefully that's what happens. But other than that, bro, you should be single. Like, you should be. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. You're not missing out on anything. Like, that's what God wants right now. So how could you possibly be missing out on anything when that's what God wants? What's for you will always be for you. If nothing happens, that's what was supposed to happen. If something happens, that's what's supposed to happen. If you get manipulated by some Jezebel, wicked spirited person, that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to. It's going to build you up. I accept everything in this life. The worst could happen. I accept it. What else do you want me to do? Deny it? Oh my God, no. You accept certain things that happens. That's how it's done. And regardless of what you have to go through, you go through it. You don't put problems in the back shelf. You simply go through things. You face challenges, trials, and tribulations. And you get the job done. Whatever the job is in front of yourself, you get it done. And take your time. The world isn't going to end tomorrow. Nothing like that's going to happen. At least we hope not. It ain't. Not this quick. But there's time, bro. There's time for lots of things. There's still time for a lot of you to continue to be single, whether you're a male or a female. There's time. And things can change in an instant. Things can change in a flick. Very, very fast. I've seen people in relationships. I've seen people out. I've seen myself out of relationships for a while. I've seen myself back in. Things shift all the time. You never know what's going to happen. Everyone's life is different. The patterns of what is going on in this world, things are very similar in that sense. Like patterns. There's patterns to what goes on in this world. And you just have to accept those patterns. You have to accept what is happening. And I'm saying all of what I'm saying this evening in this video is because you can't just sit there thinking about what you want. It can cross your mind. Just don't let it make you sit there and overthink it to death. It should have no effect. Like you have a life going on. You have fun things going on. You're working hard. You're doing the things you're supposed to be doing as a man. You shouldn't be overthinking things and thinking you're missing out on this or that, because you're not. Your current position is what it's supposed to be, and that will change. Whatever position you're in right now, it will change. Mark my words, it will change. It's not going to stay the same. Nothing ever does. Look back in your life. Things was different at every little checkpoint of your life. Like, it's always different. Always. But anyways, guys, I thought I would bring this video to you guys tonight in this point of view, because there's a lot of people right now that are single, and there's a lot of people right now that do want relationships, and I understand, because I always have as well my whole life, but I never sat there letting it like do anything. Like, if I'm by myself right now, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to live my best life, do the best shit, work hard, do all the things I'm supposed to do, enjoy it. Enjoy it, because that will change as well. That will change. Other priorities will happen. Other priorities will come in. It's not that those things are going to disappear, but your schedule, whatever's going on, things is going to change. That's life. So accept every little bit of life and enjoy it, bro. Enjoy life. Enjoy the grind. Enjoy the little fun moments or whatever you do. Like, whatever it might be, learn to enjoy it. If things is terribly bad, learn to enjoy it somehow, because there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Life's too short to be stuck in situations where it's just hell on earth, or whatever it might be. So I hope this video could help. Don't overthink things. If you're single right now and you have a lot of resilience, you're heading in the right direction, your time will come. I guarantee you that, bro. Your time will come. And my time's about to come right now because I am in hella tired, bruh. Big day at the beach. Just pretty well falling asleep in this chair. I still have brain power, but physically I'm like asleep. So I'm gonna get out of here now. We will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. And with that being said, God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top. Peace.